I think we have unbelievable unity. I think we're going to get everything we want, and I think we're going to have a great victory, and this man has done a great job. And I think this was a tremendous session. You may want to say something.
Yeah, it was a great meeting. The party is unified. The House Republican Conference is excited. Multiple standing ovations. They love this president. The people back home love what he's doing. It's historic, and everybody understands the scope and the meaning of this. If we do not accomplish this mission, every one of you, all the American people, are going to have the highest tax increase that you've ever had. And among the debt ceiling cliff that's approaching and all the other problems, this is the bill to do it. I think we're going to get it done, Mr. President.
Some optimism from both President Trump and Speaker of the House Mike Johnson there on this big, beautiful bill. The president meeting with GOP lawmakers this morning to get this legislation over the finish line. Some fiscal hawks have been holding back support, saying that they want it to contain deeper spending cuts. But the president is telling them it is time to get this done. In today's memo at thehill.com, Alexander Bolton writes that the House struggles to push through President Trump's one big, beautiful bill. Senate Republicans want to break the massive legislation into smaller pieces in order to get the top priorities moving through Congress. For more on this, NewsNation Politics powered by The Hill, Alexander Bolton is with us now, senior staff writer at The Hill. Alex, thanks for being here. We just heard from the speaker saying failure is not an option, and now he is headed off to get back to work and tie up loose ends. What are those loose ends right now?
Well, he has to get his holdouts to agree to support this bill, and he had some progress over the weekend after he got the bill out of through the Budget Committee, despite the initial protests from some fiscal conservatives on that panel, including Chip Roy of Texas. But the two groups of holdouts are, number one, the Republicans from California, New York, New Jersey, who want to raise or increase even more the cap on SALT deductions, state and local tax deductions. They say that as it's now drafted, it doesn't do enough to allow people living in Long Island or suburban parts of New Jersey the ability to deduct their state and local taxes, which are very high in those states, also in California. So that's one group of holdouts, and that's a group that President Trump addressed directly at this meeting just now. He told them, let SALT go. We can deal with it at a later time. And he told Mike Lawler, the Republican from Long Island, I know your district better than you do, and if you lose re-election because of this SALT issue, you were going to lose anyway. So he's saying that you don't hold this bill up because of SALT. Now, the other group that he addressed were the fiscal conservatives who want to make deeper cuts to Medicaid. As you're reporting, Trump was very blunt. Don't mess around with Medicaid, although he used more colorful language than that. And so the question is that enough to convince some of these fiscal hawks to get out of the way? Andy Harris, the chairman of the House Freedom Caucus, he says that he's still not a yes. He's a no on the bill. So even after meeting with Trump, he's a holdout. And of course, Tom Massey, the libertarian-leaning conservative from Kentucky, he's a no on this bill. And there was a kind of a tense moment in the room where Trump asked, is Massey here? Massey raised his hand. And then Trump says, I don't think Thomas Massey understands government. I think he's a grandstander. I think he should be voted out of office. So Trump certainly, dropped the hammer on Republicans today to get this bill moving. And patience is running out. And there's a question as to whether something this big and complex can get done before the fall.
Right. And once it clears the first hurdle, then you've got the Senate to deal with. What are the biggest sticking points, Alex, there?
Well, it's this. Well, the main issue is potential cuts to Medicaid and SNAP, the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. But Trump and his message to House Republicans today is that he is not looking for any deeper cuts. So the SALT issue is not a problem in the Senate because you don't really have Republicans who are looking to raise that cap. You don't have the same coterie of Republicans from California and New York and New Jersey. But what is an issue in the Senate is there's a trio of conservatives, Ron Johnson of Wisconsin, Mike Lee of Utah, Rick Scott of Florida, who are pushing for much deeper cuts to spending. Question is, where do those cuts come from? It would likely be Medicaid. So there's going to be a tension right there between the conservatives and Trump about further cuts.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.